Picture yourself in the era of discoveries. After a long voyage of great deprivation, your ships have finally reached the coast of an uncharted island. Its name is Catan, but you're not the only discoverer. Other fearless sea junkies have also landed on the shores of Catan, but the race to settle the island has begun. The women and men of your expedition build the first 2 settlements. Luckily for you, the land is rich in natural resources. You build roads and new settlements that eventually become cities. Will you succeed in gaining supremacy on Catan? Barter trade dominates the scene. Some resources you have in abundance, other resources are scarce. Hills produce brick, forests grow lumber, mountains produce ore, fields grow grain, and pastures produce wool. You trade according to what is needed for your current building projects. If you found your settlements in the right places and skillfully trade your resources, then the odds will forever be in your favor. Now to clarify, each settlement is worth 1 victory point, and each city is worth 2 victory points. If you expand it cleverly, you might be the first player to reach 10 victory points and thus win the game. Now let the real journey begin. Pretend this island of Catan is the place where your relatives have settled. They have decided to make this place of Catan their home. These men and women portray your parents, and this expedition you are about to go on is life and all the wondrous experiences you may have. These 2 settlements your parents build for you in the beginning represent things or experiences in life that define who you are. For example, the first settlement might signify that your parents settled in a well-bound neighborhood and were capable of sending you to a reputable school, thus receiving a good education. Or maybe they are skills pertaining to a specific sport or hobby you've acquired over the years. What I'm trying to say is, these settlements represent a defining factor that shapes who you are as a person. Now there are 5 resources in the game: brick, wood, wool, wheat, and ore. You need these resources to help you get through life. There are 3 ways you can obtain these resources. Either your parents got you on the right foot and created settlements in prime locations, or you can play it out by chance and hope that your luck pays off. And lastly, you can try to negotiate your way into getting what you want. A road is merely a stepping stone in life that brings you one phase closer to achieving your goal. The more roads you put down, the more work you have done. Sometimes it only takes 2 steps to achieve a goal, while other times it can take up to 4 or 5. After you have a couple of settlements in place, it is time to start thinking about upgrading to a city. Transitioning from a settlement to a city is like graduating from high school and moving on to college. Your hard work and accomplishment should be reflected by how much progress you have made on the board. If you have expanded far and established grounds in multiple areas, you have played the game well, my friend. While you are working on your road to success, there are other people out there who will look to ruin you. Robbers, as you will. Robbers will move around, preventing you from collecting resources, and even steal a few along the way. This is a person in life that is holding you back. They don't want to see you make it. This person can steal from you, leaving you with little food, money, and resources. Or maybe it's not even a person at all. Maybe it was a natural disaster that wiped away your house, or caused you to use a loved one. In life, we go through ups and downs. But as we keep evolving, we learn how to deal with our problems. So yeah, maybe we did suffer a loss in the family, or have something valuable taken away from us. We all have taken a loss in life, but that's just part of it. Just because something unfortunate has happened doesn't mean we can't find the strength and courage to move on. Everybody has the ability to make it in life. All you need is the right mindset and just a little bit of luck, and you can expand as far as the eyes can see. Remember those 10 points I talked about before? Well, you got them. You've won. You've won the game. You've won life. But have you really? Life is ongoing. It doesn't stop once you think you've done enough. It only stops when you're buried 6 feet under. So if you think you've done all you can do, think again. You don't stop once you finally got the job offer you were looking for. You work harder to eventually found your own company. You don't stop loving your wife as soon as you get married. You love her more each day as you plan for a life of kids with her. For those of you who weren't quick enough and couldn't obtain the 10 points, guess what? It still doesn't stop. Why put limitations to how far we can go in life? Don't set limits for yourself. Always be wanting more. Once you finally have your hands on something, hold it tight, but not for long. Eventually, you will need to set it down in order to pick something else up, something new, something else you've been craving.